6:35. We've only just left Fort Lauderdale maybe 20 minutes ago. And I'm already starting to feel seasick. So I just took some seasickness pills. The kids are down in their bed. I really hope they're not getting sick. We do have buckets prepared just in case. Michael's got the autopilot on. I almost fell right here coming up just a little bit ago. Because as you can see, things are just moving. Yeah. So you just really gotta hold on. And I'm just gonna try to keep staring at the horizon.
All right, so we're on our open water passage, our very first one. And it started off a little crazy this morning. Had a cruise ship coming in the channel as we were going out. As we exited, a bunch of barges were out there doing their thing. Altered course a few different times trying to avoid them. Came pretty close to one. So my first time doing that in a boat that's only going about 5 knots. Our other boat that I was on, we used to, go at least 14 to 17. Not really super fast, but still a lot faster than going like a turtle. But as part of the sailboat living is to enjoy the view. It's not the time that you're gonna get there, it's the ride as you go. And we started off a little rocky. Besides the cruise ship, Augustina got seasick. I would say maybe 20 minutes into the ride, she started feeling queasy. Shortly after that, she was calling dinosaurs and barking in a bucket. Then the kids woke up, wanted to come out, hang out, didn't understand what was going on. Our daughter, Brooklyn, she kind of got a little sick, puked a little bit, and laid down in her bed and went back to sleep. Max has been a trooper. He hasn't thrown up yet. He's hanging out with me on the top deck. He was laying with Lucy, which it's hard to tell how Lucy's feeling because she doesn't move around much or say much. That voice of a dog, right? Anyway, so this is us doing our passage.
So it's 2:30 in the afternoon. We're about 8.5 hours into our crossing to the Bahamas. Well, that includes leaving our anchoring in Fort Lauderdale. And I decided yesterday not to take the motion sickness medicine because I wanted to see how sick I would get. And the same thing for the kids, and we all got sick. Michael got sick, but it doesn't affect him like us, so he didn't throw up or anything. Fortunately, Max didn't throw up either. He just felt sick to his stomach, and fortunately I was able to give him some medicine, and he laid down and took a nap. And then Brooklyn's been okay since she threw up a couple times. I was able to give her the medicine, and she took a nap, and then it was fine. For me, I took the medicine and then I threw up, so that didn't work out. And the only thing that helps is just laying down. But anyhow, yeah, so here we are, just out in the middle of the ocean. We should be there in maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours, 3-4 hours, Michael?
Yeah, probably 3.
About 3 hours. We are less than an hour out from the Bahamas, and we can actually see it right now. And Michael hung our quarantine flag. So, yeah, exciting. As we get closer, we're finally here. And you can even see the moon up in the sky. Right, beautiful morning here in our marina. And we were just looking at all the amazing stuff in the water here because it's so clear. See little fish. We're gonna go ahead and walk into town and see what's going on here today. Brooklyn, hand. Oh,
What?
She wants to look at the sign real quick.
Landmark, it says.
Yeah.
Cool, but that basically used to be a 3-story hotel, and that's all that's left of it now. Crazy. Oh, it's a little food truck.
Oh, look, little fishies. Little sergeant something, blah blah blah.
All right, so we just stopped inside a little supermarket here on Bimini, and just to check out the prices. We don't really need anything right now because we provisioned before we came. But yes, the prices are very expensive here. Like a half gallon of fresh milk was $5, and you know, back in Texas, you know, at HEB or Walmart, you pay like $1.50. And like a can of raviolis, normally less than $1. Back in the States, it was $2.55 just for one small can of raviolis. And the boxed milk was $4, where, you know, I had found some at the dollar store, or was paying $2 at Walmart for the ultra pasteurized milk. So we just ended up buying 2 mangoes, which ended up being $5, you know, just so that way we'd be buying something and supporting that store for letting us look around. And so yeah, $5 I think is still more than what I'd pay for 2 mangoes normally, but just kind of goes to show you, I mean, I'd really recommend provisioning well before coming to the Bahamas, because I'm not looking forward to paying high prices if we run out of stuff. Meanwhile, here we are at one of the beaches. We just walked down here from the supermarket. We're not too far from where our boat is docked at the Blue Water Marina, but gosh, it is just beautiful turquoise waters. Really pretty here, really pretty. This is our conch snack, fried conch and French fries. You a French fry? What do you say?
Anything to drink for you guys?
No, we're good.
Okay, it's 14 each, it's 28.
Mhm.
Oh.
Squid.
Yeah, so I said calamari. Is Lucy want a bite?
It's
Oh,
nice.
she bit my finger.
Nice spicy. I saw 15 giant. 14 are cool. Mom! You're totally missing it. That is actually a chimney. That long thing. It's a chimney.
All right, so here the kids are swimming in a pool at the marina that we're staying at, and the water is super cold. We did a little bit of swimming on the beach, not really, they just kind of got their feet wet. Mama over here, son
My belly.
trying to tan her beautiful mommy belly,
Belly button.
Thanks.
and Lucy and I are headed back to the boat because she's being super whiny.
Special. You're super special.
And yeah, so this is the marina that we're at, the Blue Water Resort Marina in Bimini, Bahamas, on northern Bimini. And saw some reviews on it. Well, not really reviews, just people talking about it on their channel. So we tried hailing Bimini Big Game. They didn't answer, so they lost out on my dollar. This one answered and took good care of us last night as we came in, and so here we are trying to enjoy a couple days of relaxing. So tomorrow we'll be leaving here and heading who knows where. We're trying to figure that out now. It's just been one big adventure of figuring things out. The learning curve for us on sailing is a pretty steep one because we have no clue how to do it or anything about it. We bought the boat and jumped on.
We anchored on North Bimini by Radio Beach, and actually we dinghied in. I went to the post office to mail some postcards back home for Christmas, and they said it'd get there in about 2 weeks. But right out there you can see our boat, and it doesn't look too bad right now, but when you are on the boat, man, it is just really rolly, and where the kids and I aren't quite used to the water all the way yet, we get sick easily. So yesterday was kind of a bad day for us, even though we did get to go to shore and go snorkeling. We getting back on the boat and everything, just the whole evening, and this morning we were fighting the seasickness, and so we came to land, went to the post office. We're gonna go check out the craft market, then we're gonna go back to our boat and move to South Bimini. So we walked around North Bimini a little bit more today, went to the post office, and then went to check out the craft center, which there really wasn't a lot going on at the craft center like we thought. And then we went back to the food truck that we like, called My Three Daughters, and we tried something that we've never had before, which was called chicken souse. And Michael, let's see it a little bit. Well, now it's almost gone, but basically there's chicken, potatoes. It's kind of a lime flavored broth. It was super good. Came with a nice little Johnny cake here. And the kids got some banana bread. So we just came back up here to where we parked our dinghy. We were nervous about leaving our dinghy, so we just didn't know how secure it was to leave it on the beach, but didn't really have anywhere else to dock it at. So we came back and our dinghy's still here, so yay! We're just taking a break, eating. The kids were picking up the conch shells, and Max is down there on the beach building a sandcastle. Saw a little crab run by. So, oh, and there's our neighbor boat is leaving. And then there's our boat down there, and we're going to be headed out here soon too, go to South Bimini. Okay, so we thought we've been anchored here for a couple hours at South Bimini, and Michael went ahead and dove down to check the anchor after, you know, being here for a couple hours. And I'm watching him. He started to pull it up, and I had him lower it back down, but here I think he's gonna, are you gonna pull it up again a little bit? Because we actually anchored on to something like a hook.
Could you give me a puzzle?
There you go. Don't go up any further. All right, so we arrived in South Bimini yesterday afternoon, and planned to stay the night here last night, which we did, but it was really rolly, especially this morning. We're just getting rocked back and forth, and we're, you know, the kids and I still aren't completely over seasickness. It's just kind of hard. Also, the other thing that happened this morning when we woke up is all of our fabrics and everything are damp, and you know, the bedding, I guess it's just the moisture. The floor feels slick. So Michael's half tempted to just go back to the marina and you know, turn on our AC. We can run our AC with the generator, but we just, I don't know, are thinking of maybe going back to the marina where it's not so rocky, and yeah, getting that AC on and close everything up to try to dry out the wet bedding. Also from the marina, it's kind of easier to get around places. We have our dinghy, but if we want to go somewhere, we have to leave it on the beach. There's not really, like, we haven't found like a public dock that we could leave it at. So yeah, I hate to give in and go to a marina, but we're not quite ready. It's a little late in the morning for us to try to make a move to our next spot. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to find a better anchorage or if we're just gonna end up back at the marina. So that's where we are. So this is further north of Bimini. And Michael was looking at the wind and thought that maybe on the furthermost northern end we might get some relief from the rocking of the boat. And what's crazy is we've already been here for a few days and I just didn't even know all this was down here. They're building a dock for a cruise ship, and then there's like some big building there. It looks like a bunch of housing. Oh, it's a Hilton, Michael says. So there's a Hilton, a bunch of housing. It looks more developed than the other areas where everybody lives, which is where you come into, you know, Alice-town and do your customs. So kind of cool to get to see this part. Hopefully we have good luck finding a better anchorage with not so much rocking of the boat. Hey, morning. I'm just 4:20 in the morning, making some muffins and some sandwiches for our trip from Bimini to Great Harbor Cay, or in the Berry Islands. It's now almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're continuing on our crossing from Bimini Island to the Berry Islands. Specifically, we're going to Great Harbor Cay. So we have Brooklyn awake, Lucy just chilling, Michael trying to take a nap, the sunrise, and the ocean, open ocean. Yeah, we're supposed to get there about 6 o'clock today, this evening. We've got our autopilot on. We're going 5.7 knots. We haven't opened up the sails yet. Maybe a little later we will be, but we just didn't really get very good sleep last night. It was really rolly at the anchorage we were at, and then we had to wake up at 4 o'clock to start this journey to get there at a decent time today.
And take our medicine.
Oh, that's right. Yes, so I did give the kids medicine this morning, seasickness medicine. So they seem to be doing fine. Max is actually sleeping still. And I took some seasickness medication, just 1 tablet of Beclizine, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I think it did make me a little sleepy. I did take a little nap from like 5 to 7. And then now just letting Michael get some rest. So. Alright, so we're out here this morning trekking it to the Berry Islands from Bimini, and Michael caught a Spanish mackerel. And our first attempt at fishing, we just pulled up a barracuda head. We had caught a barracuda and something went ahead and ate it. Okay, so it's 5:36 in the evening. We're just making it into Great Harbor Cay and trying to find the channel markers, which is a little challenging. The full moon. We got this big barge coming up ahead of us.